This is a special look ahead at the week for all romantic connections. It's your twin flame union energy, romance relationships, love connections. So we're leading up into Valentine's week. And I used to not like Valentine's Day, but I do like it now because I kind of reclaimed it, realizing that I can give myself the best love. I'm not dependent on another outside of me, and it's through loving myself that I have that love amplified. So I am pulling 7 cards, one for each day. What have we got? We're at 5. Yeah. 2 more. And these are from the Rumi deck. All right, let's set those aside and just see what we've got. Oh, did we pull more than 7? We pulled 8. That's fine. We'll have one for the entire week then. Okay. So, what's in store for you, Twin Flame? So we're going to tap into the energy of the week. I guess that's what the divine wanted us. We'll use this card. We got Merciful Mother Jamal. Merciful Mother Jamal. So let's set that here and I'll share with you what this means. So this oracle brings you a message. There is a shift taking place right now in a manner of speaking, and it's of great importance to you. From Jalal to Jamal, from justice to mercy. This is your path, your destiny, and your blessing, now opening up before you. It may be a particular matter, however, it likely includes your entire life orientation. You're being granted refuge, respite, and shelter from the storms of struggle and doubt, and being given a divine sanctuary of safe harbor. You shall find that the unraveling of the struggle and pain now happens through tenderness, a gentler approach. So look forward to this week being one of gentleness, especially leading up to Valentine's Day, which is Wednesday. Just think about the softness, like think about color therapy from going from red, which is very harsh. And if you celebrate a Chinese New Year, there's like a lot of red going around at that holiday, but kind of softening to pink. And think about that softening energy for your whole union, right? Like you may be experiencing blocks and separation from your beloved. And it maybe in the past you used to kind of like fight these with harshness, with like struggle, power games. There's some punishment energy going on, but not this week. Like this is, you're going to make new choices here in how you respond to certain things. You might respond with silence to things where you used to kind of, waste your energy fighting back. Like just think about surrendering and letting spirit handle things a little bit more, because you have better things to concern yourself with. Let's find out what Monday has in store. Okay, so we have our Monday card here. And what is this? We've got Divine Discontent. I love this card. This is one of my favorite terms also. I have these terms that, Divine Discontent is one of them. Like, I actually just watched, I don't know if you guys are Chosen fans, but I just watched The Chosen season 4 in theaters. Gosh, nobody told me it was 3.5 hours. I did not look, but it was 3.5 hours. But I think most people know this because it's in the Bible anyway. Those of you who study the Bible and other religions too, but just because I watched the show tonight, I'm going to tell you about it. There was a time when Jesus got angry, in the last show, he was like telling off the Pharisees. He was not very polite about it. So I think, going along with our theme of the week being more gentle and merciful, the divine discontent, let spirit or God, however you'd like to say the name of the creator, let spirit be your advocate and look upon your situation. I think what's going on. Oh, okay. I got a download here. You're looking at your situation like it's just you versus the world, and that you feel abandoned by spirit. You feel abandoned by your creator. Like your creator sees what's going on and is stepping in, right? Like there's a reason for things. One of the stories told by Jesus to Peter is in the beginning, in the show The Chosen anyway, Matthew wronged Peter. And the story that Jesus told Peter, because Peter was having a hard time forgiving Matthew. It was right before Jesus came to the disciples and put fish in their nets and got them off the hook with the tax collectors. And Matthew was going to forsake Peter and like turn him in and really screw his family. And maybe even his wife would starve because he would be put in jail. But Matthew instead followed Jesus, and so did Peter. And had Matthew not, in this show, had Matthew not betrayed Peter, the miracle that Jesus performed wouldn't have been done. Because Matthew kind of put the pressure on Peter to pay his taxes, and he wouldn't have, Jesus wouldn't have manifested that miracle in that way. So if Peter could see the end of the beginning, and things, would work out. But sometimes the reason I'm telling you that story is because sometimes the divine discontent, sometimes things happen that make you unhappy, or maybe it looks like God isn't working in your favor, but he is, right? So Peter thought that Matthew, betraying him like that was not of God, but God used that calamity, seeming calamity for his favor, right? So I want you to know that, turn it to your twin flame story. When you are seeing your twin flame do certain things or be a certain way with you, don't try to be, your own savior. Let spirit do that for you, but you do not have to pretend that it's okay with you. This is saying, yes, look upon that pattern, that illusion with divine discontent, but let God do the heavy lifting. So that's Monday, right? It might be a challenge on Monday, but don't worry. You just sit back. Remember, the merciful Mother Jamal, that energy is your energy this week. You let spirit do the heavy lifting here. So Tuesday, it's a fiery passion of the wild red mother. The passion of the wild red mother. This is a really good one. So things are starting to turn up. This is an invitation to lay aside despair, to lay aside doubt in the capacity of the human heart, even your frustration and impatience. It is time to quit whipping yourself and others, no matter how noble the intention behind the whip may be, and start dancing instead. Will you join her, the wild red mother, in her exuberant play? You could choose to lead through joy, to heal through love, to transform suffering into what it is meant to be, the crucible through which ecstasy reveals itself. You do not have to analyze, to stay in the throes of process and ordered stages. You can just choose this passionate path now, if you wish. You are ready. It is open to you. Will you accept? It takes a great spirit, one with much practice of studied rebellion, to be ready to cast off the shackles of society from a place of loving defiance rather than fearful anger, and to playfully say to the world, I have tasted your stale bread and underdeveloped wine, and have had quite enough now. I decline your offer to gorge upon such lesser fruits. I prefer to feast upon bread, hot and fresh, and wine that is mouth-filling and unctuous. Join me, if you like. It is an abundant feast, and there is plenty for all. Even in the spiritually minded, there can be a driving fear, thinly veiled as devotion to the most arduous path. Perhaps for a while that serves as a truth of sorts, but eventually there will come a time when smaller truths must give way to the larger ones so the soul can truly be free to grow. So, I got the message loud and clear. It's a very logical continuation of this one. So Monday, you're gonna like the challenge. It's not a new challenge. It's something that's just gonna be come to a front. It's like a fingernail that's ready to be clipped. Like that's how much you should fear this challenge. Is like a fingernail ready to be clipped. There's something going on that's been going on with you and your twin flame that's like not quite divine. Monday. Tuesday, you're going to make a choice. Again, everything centers around this. You're going to make a choice to not respond to that in the same way that you always have. So you're just going to say, no, thanks. I'm not going to even engage in the battle. I'm just going to say no. You're not going to give up your twin flame. You're going to say, like, okay, let me just, I love stories. I love parables. So I'm going to tell another story. It's not from the Bible this time. Imagine a child sucking its thumb. You know the child is going to eventually give the thumb sucking up. But like when it's like 2 months, 3 months, up to maybe 1 or 2 years old, that you permit it. You're like, well, it's compassionate to allow this child to self-soothe through sucking its thumb. But then it gets a little older, and it's like, in kindergarten, and all of its friends, all the child's friends, his or her friends, make fun of them, and, you're starting to see like, okay, my child needs to stop sucking their thumb. And so maybe you help, with sticker charts and, what did my family, they put like a weird tasting nail polish on my thumb, and I was like, this kind of doesn't even taste that bad. So, but it was okay. It was like, I think I sucked my thumb until late, but this is kind of like the pattern that's going on in your twin flame union. Like there's something that keeps happening or has kept happening for a while, and you're just going to be like, no, but you're not going to kind of get as upset and up in arms as you had in the past. You're just going to kind of step aside, live your life, be passionate, dance with spirit, and it's going to go much better. Okay. The next card we've got is the impossible made possible. Hooray! So with your dedication and hard work, and I know sometimes it can feel really challenging because you're going against your usual grain. Okay, so be vigilant, reward yourself, give yourself positive praise and reinforcement as you're saying no to this, whatever it is. I'm not sure. There's like a lot of different things coming up in my mind about what it could be for you watching this, right? It's a pattern of your twin flame ghosting you, or, being a ninny, whatever it is. There's some, what it is. If you're watching this video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But on Wednesday, you're going to see breakthroughs. The impossible made possible. The thing that you thought couldn't happen and you couldn't break through will. Look at this like bowling ball breaking through. Let's go to Thursday. Sacred Soul Sister. Oh, by the way, Wednesday, Valentine energy, breakthrough. Some kind of breakthrough for you on Wednesday. So happy Valentine's to you. Now Thursday, Sacred Soul Sister. That is card 37. Sacred Soul Sister. There's a valid point of view that we travel this path of our life journey alone. Our deepest descents into the psyche happen alone. We meet death alone and come into the world alone. And yet, there is a vaster perspective that we are never alone, that it would be impossible to really be alone. We are connected to all of life, and there is no such thing as being alone in reality, only in limited and temporary perception. As if such community were not enough, there is a partner, an ally, who journeys with you from birth to death and beyond again and again. So there's something about soul sister. You can take that literally. You might have like a feminine person, but the words to this card are talking about your twin flame. It's not a soul sister or platonic relationship. This is your ultimate lover. And there's going to be maybe like, I'm getting community supportive on Thursday. Like maybe visit the Twin Flames Universe Open Forum on Facebook and read some of the posts of people going through what you're going through and how they heal what you're going through. It's really, really important for you to connect and give and receive support. Good. card number 4. I surge on the uprising wave of love. Okay. That's an interesting card. That is card number, 5. Card number 5. Fives are changes. So this is a Friday. Friday is also the 5th day of the week. So lots of 5 and change happening for you on Friday. So what we always have at our disposal is choice as to how we respond to these affecting movements and cycles. The effect of this karmic cycle now unfolding in your life is to bring you into sweet surrender and awakening into greater love. What a delicious divine destiny. However, even if we sense at one level that a shift has a positive end in store for us, we can encounter resistance, fear born of the ego in response to the stirring of spiritual uprising. We may quake in our holy body and wonder if everything is getting out of control and come into disorder. We will be right in our sense of imminent chaos. The disorder, however, is the ego perspective because its range of vision is too small and too limited to comprehend the greater workings of the planetary systems that move life towards love. That is as it should be. The teacup is not made to hold the ocean, just actually a cup of tea. But if we begin to imagine that the cup of tea is preferable to the ocean simply because it is more containable, how much we miss out on, and how terrifying when we're actually thrown into the ocean and moved by it. Its sheer power, its wild force, and its passionate dance with the moon mother might have us fearing that we most certainly will die. Yet, the only thing that is dying here and is now in your grasp are your attempts at control. Okay, so Friday, it's an opportunity to let go of fear. And remember that you don't want to be in your tiny cup. You don't want to be in that status quo. Like I hear that word a lot, status quo, letting go of the status quo. You're kind of like outgrowing your shoes. You're like, like this whole stirring that started off on Monday and Tuesday, and you had a breakthrough and you're receiving support, and Friday, there's something Friday where you're just kind of like, I don't want to be in the status quo anymore. You're kind of letting go and realizing that God's got you and that God is much mightier than you. You're a drop and God is the ocean. For Saturday, oh, beautiful card. Enter the garden of delights. Saturday is going to be a nice day. You've had a really powerful week. I think it's like, you've got powerful start, Wednesday, Valentine's Day with your beautiful breakthrough, connection, letting go of more fear, and then there's a rest happening Saturday. So really absorb that. Like maybe you need to go outside into nature. That's another thing about this card that it could mean. And really give yourself a break Saturday. So notice how like there's an ebb and flow. There's tides, inhale and exhale throughout this reading. I'm excited to learn what Saturday's card is about. Oh, nice. The human gift. So there's a woman at the bottom of the picture kind of looking forlorn, and then there's like an angel coming to her. And that's both of that could be you. It's like you're feeling your feelings and you're doing the mirror exercise, and then you're rising up above yourself. All right. So, be kind to your heart. You may believe it to be weary from doubt and distrust, so much heartbreak and so many agonies, yet it still beats. It still persists with unquestioning allegiance to life. What a grand heart it is, that sacred heart of yours. Do not plague your heart with falsehoods and expectations of some disembodied perfection. The perfection of your heart is that it loves still, even if you try to stop it with some notion of self-protection from future hurt through doubt or fear. It still loves. It is perfection that it hopes even after despair, that it holds compassion even after experiences of fear. So then what is there left to do but breathe the grandest sigh of relief and allow yourself the essential luxury of peace within? So then everything is all right. The sacred site is what is behind this oracle for you now, beloved. You are meant to be witnessing something important, something that will make the presence of the divine in your affairs more real to you. It will be something that you can come to count on at all times. And in that, gain greater peace and the realization that, yes, it is safe to trust and surrender. Good. So Sunday, there seems like there's like a miracle energy where you're being given divine support and shown, like with beyond a shadow of a doubt, that it is safe to trust. So Saturday, Sunday, great, great days. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. So let me know how the week is going. Come back to this reading. Let me know. I always like to know how your weeks go and what resonates with you during the week. And if you would like, please like and subscribe to this video. And don't forget to order your channeled Valentine from your twin flame, which is available only until February 14th. So if you order on the 13th, it's delivered on the 14th. They're very popular. So if you order after the 13th, I can't guarantee that it's going to get to you on Valentine's Day, but I do hope so. So claim that. Love you very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.